back with another install. This is a special treat for me. Y'all got it. Yeah, if you know, you know. God dang on me. Hey, Dirty Diapers Podcast, because the world
is full of shit.
Hey, K Trey.
TRUK.
And we are joined and privileged to be joined today with legendary, none other. You know what I'm saying? Then Mr. How You Do That there himself, Young Bleeds. Y'all talking about, hey, Peace King.
Hey, peace, God.
Man, I appreciate you coming through here and fucking with us right here today. God damn.
You know it's love.
Yeah, history, baby.
Yes, sir.
Such a surreal moment for me last night. Was like one of the best, outside of me seeing Scarface close up like that and personal like that. This was the next best thing to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys, the music that you guys produced, really inspired me as the youth, and when in my youth, man, to really stand on principles and have some morals about how I moved out in the streets and in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I see these days that we live in, a lot of our youth could benefit from more of that type of music being produced and put out in the world, man.
Absolutely.
Because where we at right now with this drill rap shit is it's different. It's a little different. It's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Than what I'm used to, man. Because you can look these days. It's so emotional with this shit. That a lot of the young guys don't know how to. They haven't been taught how to process their emotions. And how to move through emotions. So they be quick to react. It's more of a reactive time. Yeah, it's more of a reactive time we live in. Yeah,
over the top.
And they half of them really can't fight. Yeah, for real. So
getting nothing on you, man.
Right? No matter win, lose, or draw, fam, it's about being willing to scrap for you be willing to take a man like that look like you.
For real. Yeah, absolutely.
The fucked up part about it to me is that it's a lot of people that I see that's in our culture be quick, real quick, to take one of us that look like us off the earth. But when it come to ones that don't look like us, the energy don't be the same. They don't be as quick. You know what I'm saying?
It be much tamer.
For me, that don't make much sense. Y'all make it make sense to me, man. How we gonna take over this bitch or get into a position of power if we keep erasing each other?
Erasing the soldiers, man.
Come on,
I always say this shit, man. The coon and Oreo cookie ass niggas I call, black on the outside, white on the inside. If you infiltrate us like they did Africa, because you couldn't just walk in there. Somebody you had to be in with somebody that led you to, our all but great demise. You know, if I could say it like that. But you do that, and you the last one left with everybody else. What you think they gonna do with your motherfucking ass? Let you make it? No, man. You need your team and family around you to keep supported. You know, and ain't so much as going back to Africa. The earth is our turf. You know what I mean? God life. But that's the whole thing. Unity in the community, man. Each one teach one.
Exactly.
That part to build an empire, like you're saying, to have some stability somewhere out here.
Man, it's so much on. It's I ain't gonna lie, man. I got so many. We ain't got a show long enough.
Yeah, but look, we gotta start it off.
Jump it out.
Yes, sir.
Last night.
Yeah.
It was an epic night.
Definitely.
It was a movie, man. Y'all should have been there.
Even with the technical difficulties, we bounced back.
Hey.
But when that first track kicked on,
man.
I heard that boom, boom.
Come on, man. Now talk about that shit, man. Yeah. Who made that beat? My bad, Trey.
Hey, shouts out to Happy Perez, man.
Happy Perez, man.
Say balls of my word, man. Yes, sir.
Bruh, I know you looked over there. I was rapping.
Oh, yeah.
Every word for every track. I said, man, this is the shit I'm talking about.
Yes,
I don't mind I stayed out late for this tonight.
Yeah. Me neither.
Took us back, man.
Yeah.
Took us back.
Yeah, that was a great moment. I mean, I fanned out all the way.
Yeah.
To me, it wasn't nobody in there but me and Bleed.
I get it. I get it, man. I get it. I will say, man, for me, my balls and my word, in my personal hip-hop experience of rap, I would consider the best full project from beginning to end that came off of No Limit.
Yes, indeed.
In its entirety.
No skips.
It ain't no other rapper. And so my top rappers were you, Mac, Mystical, and Fiend.
Yeah.
You know and Mia X, shout out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Man, it was just surreal. Like the process of you making that album, what was that like, man?
Cool but crazy, man. So many stories, all but song for song. You know, we got Uncle Paul in the building. You know what
Shout
I
out
mean?
to
Shout out to Paulie.
Original manager, underboss of the Corleone family clique, and founder of the Concentrating Camp. Me and Peter had a few labels and shit like that together, as well as Lead Time, the OG big bro, man.
Shout out to
That's
Lead.
Lead Time.
Founder, co-founder between him and C-Lo for a C-Lo record. So our nucleus, our Loc right here, this our nucleus. Paul was the business guy and the brains. Time was the producer and artist. Loc was a producer and artist and CEO. And I came in as a third artist. You see what I'm saying? So this is our structure. So starting back with that, building and morphing into the camp, all that evolved in that kind of systematic sense. We did a couple of records. Loc did a couple of solo records. We get to a third record, and as we building as a clique and growing, you know, I come up with the name Concentration Camp. So we needed something that solidified the whole entirety, everybody under the umbrella, and everybody was with that, and we ran with that. So having that first camp compilation gave us all a chance to put forth our solo efforts. So that how you do that, you know, originally a fool off of that, it took off, so it put me in the next position, you know what I mean, to be solo artist.
Okay.
Everybody anticipating that. So we started the revolution of bars and my word based on that, getting ready for what was taking place. P, Uncle P to Master P and Loc was working with priority, going back and forth while we was still in the lab processing and progressing.
Okay.
And just, you know, shouts out to Lay Low as well. Everybody working on their thing. I hear interviews about Death Row recently, and they were saying, like, when Pac come home, or how they recorded records. Like, if y'all the Dog Pound, I'm Snoop, he Tupac, or whatever, everybody working on their thing. But when we came to doing the record, we all contributed with each other.
Yeah.
And whatever, and you know, mine other than Loc's solo record was the first nucleus in that sense.
Yeah.
So where we evolved with that type of concept. So everybody pitched in. So it went from us working as a inside unit to going to work with No Limit. You know, while those relationships was being built, all this was taking place at the same time. Into the body soundtrack, so on and so forth.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Damn, bro.
evolution.
What was it like being around, you know, so many dope artists,
Yeah.
and then you working with a mastermind like Pete?
Man, just a plethora of things, man. The way when you in the circumference, now we email records and do all this type of shit.
Yeah.
But back then to be in that,
It's
yeah,
beat
in
up.
that-
In the booth together.
yeah, imagine your mindset if you doing something, you know, Mr. Good's here and Fiend, you know what I mean? Those type of settings.
That's a different energy, right?
Yeah.
When they tell you you have to be around people that have your best interests at heart, we got our family, street family and all that. We can shoot the shit, drink, get high all day. But when you get in that box, and for people that be serious and about their craft, your craft, that's a whole different inspiration. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that type of thing.
Man, definitely we giving you your flowers all day
No,
today. You
for
know what
sure.
I'm saying?
Thank you, my
I'm
brother.
just thinking, man, you legendary to my walk of life and then on this journey of earth, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, you know, I done jammed your shit so many times.
So
right?
much.
To where it's
So
like,
much.
I tell some of my partners, man, I say, man, there's certain albums, bro, that if anything, if God forbid, but if I had to sit down,
Yeah,
nigga, I got a motherfucking mental fucking playlist.
playlist. That's me.
Now
too.
I don't gotta worry about like having the music list to, nigga.
Yeah.
I can just go to shit.
And play it in
So
my
man,
ear. Yeah.
one thing that I did appreciate about last night's performance is that what I dislike a lot of times when I've been to shows is that they do the shit that was commercial. To me.
Yeah, the more commercial shit.
Yeah.
Hey, say man, when I heard you say man,
We gonna keep it real.
that nigga said,
The day they made me boss.
man, come on. He said, why don't you ride
Yeah.
with a nigga that don't give a fuck about you? Won't even talk about you, ho. You ain't know.
ain't know.
Say,
Just
listen.
Inspired
That was one.
myself.
Listen, off that album, that was the one I jammed repeatedly. I had to get it. Like I had to get it. You know what I'm saying? I had to get it. So it was that one and nigga fuck Pete. You know I ain't one of them motherfuckers. You know make it better than last
Yeah,
time.
oh,
Them
yeah.
two right there.
Make it better than
They
last time.
tattooed. The whole album I got the whole album. Every last one. Every song song on that
Them
bitch.
too.
You can't miss me.
Yes, sir.
But when this man grabbed that mic and said, why don't you ride to the rhythm of a nigga that don't give a fuck about you? Listen, won't even talk about you. You ain't know. Say, I'm just a hustler in spite of myself. You know what I'm saying?
Myself without
But I know, and so that was my life.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
That was really my only child, latchkey kid. You know what I'm saying? My daddy wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? My teacher went to work before I went to school.
Yes, sir.
I came home from school before she came home from work, so I let myself out. I let myself in, so I was outside.
Yes, indeed.
So when that album came out, that shit I felt something different. The hairs on my arm stood up when I heard the lyrics of that Ghost, that motherfucking that Last Outlaw. Like when I heard those lyrics, man, say man, piss up on your grave and wipe your smile away. Say nigga,
Don't even try.
say fist full of dollars. Who gonna ride, my nigga? You hear me, nigga? Say I ain't got that many friends. Worldwide, say, come on, man. Me and Ruben go to war with any motherfucker. Say, man. Say, man. They call him a bad man. Say, man, my bad. Hey, my bad, man. This is a real moment for me. Y'all don't understand. I'm a big fan. A big fan.
Definitely.
It's really real.
It's really
man,
real.
say,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
man. So when,
sir.
so when my partner in another business venture, OGJ Juice,
J. Juice.
when
Shout
Juice
out
hit
J.
you,
Juice,
when
man.
me and Juice and I, we speak often on business.
Yeah.
Because we got business together, you
Right.
know, and we Gross Out Entertainment.
Right.
And he and I were chopping it up one day, a couple weeks ago, last week, matter of fact,
Yeah.
about some shit, and he was like, hold on, K-Trey. And he done did this shit so many times. Nigga phone, probably one of the most potent phones I ain't ever heard a nigga say in his life. Like, you just be on the phone, nigga say, hold on, I call that nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga, you can call who?
Yeah. Really?
Nigga, on another nigga, that nigga say, hold on, K-Trey, I'm for the call.
Yeah.
Bro, did you just call? And the nigga phone so potent. So
Yeah, man.
he clicked over and he tried you ain't answer.
Yeah.
And he say, he'll call me back.
Yeah.
I said, who will Juice? He was like, that was Young Bleed, man. He'll call, that my nigga, man. He'll call me back. That's fam, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And we probably 10 minutes later, maybe not even 10, man.
Yeah.
He said, hold up. He said, hold on, y'all.
Yeah.
And he didn't never tell us, bro. He just clicked back in. He Young Bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's Joy Juice? I said, nigga here. I said, nigga here. This nigga here, man.
Yeah,
Hey, shout out to OGJ Juice,
Yeah,
man. He a
OGJ
real one,
Juice.
man.
Long
It
time.
was funny how this came about, cause Friday night, me and Trey was talking on the phone. Trey talking about, hey man, you know we got what you got up? I said, well shit, we ain't doing no pie Sunday. I was like, nah,
Yeah.
we gon', you know what I'm saying? I said we got a little shindig. I said, all right, bet. Talking about, Bleed coming through. I said, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already knowing it cause I'm already on the fly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my ears stood up like old pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
said,
my dog from back in the day.
Yeah, he
too.
said that
Yeah.
shit. I didn't know until he told me.
I
Dog
said, talking about, you need to get him on the pod. I said, watch this, dog. No, me and Bleed, we good, baby.
Yeah,
Watch
yeah,
this.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Watch this, Trey.
Yes, sir.
I be damn.
Boom, the next day, look where we
Look
at.
right here, man. It ain't been 24 hours.
You see
man.
what I'm saying?
That kind of shit, big
Shit,
brother.
and that's what it
Yeah,
is.
that's what it
That's
is,
love.
man. Real
So it ain't what you
recognize,
know,
respect,
man.
real,
This is a real lesson to some of y'all out there that don't understand that quote of it's not what you know,
It's who you know, man.
it's who you know, man.
Hey.
And keeping your face card clean.
Keep your face card clean, man. And y'all know that I'm a big guy on character versus reputation. But you still gotta maintain your reputation.
Yeah.
It's easier for me because I look at me.
Yeah.
So I don't care how you. I don't have to really maintain no tough or no certain reputation because I care about my character.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna naturally move a certain way that keep my rep all right.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's how I move, man. But
man.
outside of that, man, I'm just so ecstatic, man, about the man. This shit here is
it's beautiful,
epic for
my
me.
brother.
It is how life come full circle
Hey,
sometimes.
that
I went from thugging in the streets as a youngster
Yeah.
to your music
Yes, indeed.
to now being privy to having you on the left side of me
Hey.
on my podcast
Yes, sir.
to talk about, man, and give your flowers, man. You one of the dopest out the South
Hey.
and in hip hop abroad, not just, it ain't privy to the South.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I don't give a damn what rapper you name.
Yes, sir.
I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
I can bring Bleed up.
Yeah.
Whatever rapper you name. I don't care who it is.
Who it is.
You know what I'm saying? And so,
Yeah, man.
what's Let me ask you this first.
Yeah.
How did you get linked in? What made you start rapping first of all? That's one question. I got 2 parts.
Nucleus and Ron DMC.
Okay.
I was aware of, the old school before. That was, I'm a 70s baby, 74 to be exact.
Right
so
on.
Celebrating the 50 years of hip hop this year. I just turned 50 years. So I tell
You just
people
turned 50 this year too?
So I'm born.
Congratulations
right
on the
with it.
milestone,
Yeah,
man.
but
Yeah.
in the Southern way, no other way.
Yeah,
Shouts out
yeah.
to Big Mike, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that part of it, I was always musically inclined. I was in the opera young, sung in the church. My grandmother was the president of Sweet Home Baptist Church Choir.
Okay.
So all this was in the house. My mother, her sisters, my aunties, but nobody incorporated it for us, what we talking about now, and my evolution. But that backing, my uncle played congos and bongos, all that kind of shit. So when they say rap is rhythm and poetry,
Absolutely.
my mother read me Dr. Seuss and the embryo. So when I'm born, outside of that, she used to say he'd play them drums so much that I'd be flipping in the insides to run her crazy. So I'm born straight into this shit, but not knowing this until 82, 83. Still not knowing it then. I'm still a child trying to figure out if I'm going to be a fireman, a policeman, president, what the fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm obviously it's not the law. So, that family and street hood, I grasped into music. The truth is, my first love was I wanted to be a running back. And it's funny, where we at now, Dallas, Texas, y'all. Tony Dorsett was my favorite running back. So even, I'm from the home of the Saints. My favorite team was the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
Tony Dorsett.
Y'all heard it here first.
Okay.
So that was my first love. That's what I wanted to do. And I evolved into this music thing. About 82, 83, I'm coming home listening to the Iceman on WXOK.
So you 9, 10 years old.
Yeah. I'm not. Well, I started probably freestyling at about 8.
Okay.
I didn't know how to write.
Right.
I could say some shit, flipping, but I didn't know how to
Right.
formulate.
I got you.
So about 83, we had a poetry teacher in the 4th grade. She taught us haiku poems and different
Yep.
things. And I started to write. Shouts out to my auntie, rest in peace, George Johnson. She used to write me poetry. My uncle, James Donald Johnson, we used to call Peter Weestraw, the devil's son-in-law.
The devil's son-in-law. I know Peter Weestraw. Yeah.
Shit. So they was, poetically inclined. Art, you know what I mean? Painted JJ pictures, he did. So with all those elements, I was learning how to formulate my writing skill. By 9 years old, I got it. At least my starting point. Been doing it since then. But yeah, basically that, man, for starting.
And from there, how did you get introduced to the No Limit situation? How did that come about?
Of course, P was doing this thing on that West Coast, so we was proud to have somebody from the South representing way in California. So, excuse me, this evolution of coming back home, the Bowdy movie, all that was in that same transition while we was bubbling up.
Yep.
Loc and P being CEOs of both companies, they connected some kind of way. And we started formatting between the clicks and working on records and different things. So right place, right time. When I had that solo effort, and to get to P was interested in doing a remake or something like that. So Paul come to me or something like that and said P was interested in doing that, possible deal with priority record, video, the whole nine. Off I can't refuse. So from that, the rest is history.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That record ran in the town in the southern region with its own legs. And P kind of put a cap on it and introduced us to Priority Records in California.
Okay.
And from that, worldwide, #1 hip-hop R&B,
Nah, for
Billboard
real.
record.
Nah, for real.
Number 10 on the top Billboard 200. So
Yeah.
I charted Billboard twice for the same record.
Yeah.
With gold in 3 weeks.
How you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it took off.
Did you expect or imagine that it was gonna be that big when you made it? Like when you were in the booth creating it and you came up out that bitch, like the night that you recorded that song, when you came up out the booth,
Yes.
what was the energy like in the studio right then?
Oh, crazy. Matter of fact,
Did anybody call it out like?
Paul again, they had the dice game on the original version. Him and one of my homies on Savage Sosa back home, they shooting a real dice game in the booth and we recorded it. I went to do it for sound effects, but they started shooting for real. So all that shit, once we captured, it's like taking a picture of what's happening in the neighborhood on the street corner.
Yeah.
Once it was captured and sealed, that record played in my psyche for months, if not maybe a year, and I had an idea to do this.
Oh!
Parliament fan and Aretha Franklin was
Yeah.
Elements, Earth, Wind and Fire,
Yeah.
King T, all that's in my head like a DJ. See, I had DJ partners as a kid, and I DJ in the background at low, learning the tricks and trades,
Yeah.
all that type of shit. So my thing was like how Jimi Hendrix used to say he used to go to the Electric Ladyland studio and walk in and was still building. He said, I ain't coming back till they finish building, because when I come here, I'm ready to work.
Yeah.
And capture this essence. So we evolved into that.
Duck.
I might have wrote that rap a couple of times, you know, till I got the perfect format, if I did that. But once that was captured, I knew that it was going to be something big, because the feeling I had wasn't letting me sleep. God bless game. And but what it was going to do and how far and where it was going to take me, I had no idea.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm mad. Duck, this is the owner of. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on with all that shit
Well,
down
you
there.
just at least I want you. Yeah, man. I'm glad this the owner and CEO of this establishment that we in. So Young Bleed,
How you doing?
Young Bleed, this is Duck,
What's happening with it, baby?
a Bud Red Barbershop owner. You know what I'm saying? And he allowed us to shoot our fire
over there off
because out the strength of who we
I
are.
used to fuck with your
Reputation.
Me, you, and Keith used to be over there.
Yeah, this shit go down.
Exactly. So,
Cigarettes outside.
It's been that long, bro. God damn.
Yes, sir. Good to see you, man.
it is, man. So we gonna bring it all together, man. I just want to make sure y'all, everybody know Duck.
Yes,
Duck
sir.
of Above the Rest Barbershop, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I just want to get you a little FaceTime, brother.
Yes, indeed.
You know, and make sure that, you know, properly introduce if y'all didn't already know each other.
Keeping in the family. Put up a soldier rag.
That's small world, man. It's a small world.
Yes, sir.
man.
Louisiana to Texas. Man.
This shit 6 degrees of separation. I can't say that
That
enough,
part.
man.
Thank you.
And that's why it's imperative to watch the energy that you put out, my nigga. Cause this shit is a boomerang. Life is a boomerang. So you throw that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Make sure you throwing something positive and dope, man.
cause
That's
it's gonna
what
come
I.
back.
It's gonna come back.
Or make sure you, if you're not throwing something positive and dope, that you man enough or woman enough to
Handle and
accept
take what come back.
what's coming
Come
back,
with it.
fam.
Absolutely.
And either way, I salute either way.
Yes, sir.
But don't throw nothing that you trying to run from.
Nah, don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all be careful with y'all energies. Protect y'all energies, man.
Yes, sir.
Hold on.
Yeah,
There's
go ahead,
another-
cause I run this shit. You
There
know.
was a dope artist by the name of Max Minnelli.
Man, mail me my money, man. Confetti.
Yeah.
You heard me? Yeah.
Nah, hold on, Trey.
International
This the
player.
one right here.
Yeah.
All I want for Christmas
Is
is
12 gold
teeth,
a fresh candy blue
Jeep,
and a fofo. Come on, man. I'm hot-headed on some Cold Street. Stop playing with me, dog.
Shout out to Max Minnelli.
Yeah, shout out Max, man.
Yeah. Hey, we owe you shit too, bro. Trust me.
When I listen to the shit that these motherfucking magazines, let me go again. Say, when I listen to the shit that these magazines, bro, be putting out and all these bloggers and all this shit that they talk about, we give these people the power to tell us what's worthy or privy of being a top tier product of music.
Right.
Man, fuck y'all. Cause say, if y'all don't mention Young Bleed Bars in my word as far as one of the top motherfucking studio produced albums ever in hip hop, then you don't know enough about hip hop.
For real.
Straight up. You don't know nothing about hip hop.
Absolutely.
Nigga don't have to say, nigga don't have to say B and son and word up and God. Like, you know what I'm saying? We talk like we talk down here.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But that don't mean that because we don't talk the same that bro, y'all got this shit fucked up. Whoever it is up there running
Pushing the
what's
button.
good and what's not good in hip hop music,
Yeah.
y'all slowly and surely lost. Y'all need to do more traveling. Cause this shit ain't just in the East or the West Coast.
Right.
This shit is all in the South.
Yeah.
It's all in the South. Midwest, say it's all over this motherfucker. Out here now overseas. It's just everywhere.
Yes, indeed.
Say, man, but if y'all ain't got Young Bleed, my balls and my word, somewhere in your motherfucking catalog of music,
You missing it.
I'm sorry to hear that. And I would say that you still kind of missing a piece of what good music is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause his whole project was solid from beginning to end.
No
From
skips.
beginning to end.
Yes, indeed.
And it shouldn't be because you're from the South if you appreciate real hip hop and real music.
Right.
Yes, sir.
If you appreciate real music, country rap tunes and shit like this here, say, man. But yeah, man, y'all, go ahead, my bad, bro. Cause
Yes,
say,
sir.
y'all
Yeah,
be
go
having
there.
moments,
Yeah, do it to him, man.
You done had about 10 solo albums.
Damn. Maybe 8, if 9.
About
Maybe
8,
9.
9.
Yeah.
I know it's up there somewhere.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I'm
close to 10.
a fan.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
And I've noticed that throughout your career, you have been signed or affiliated with different labels.
Yeah, right.
You was with Strange Music at one point.
Yes, sir.
Hold up,
With
Tech
Tech
Nine?
Yeah, West Coast Mafia, C-Bo, Roy Jones,
C-Bo?
Yeah.
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 Hold up, but Tech Nine though?
Yeah, definitely.
Talk about that. Hold up.
Yeah, that's
talk
what I
about
was
that,
saying.
bro. What?
Round two.
Shout out to Tech Nine too,
Yeah.
one of the top premier independent. He started getting money out this shit for real, independently first that I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a major way.
Like for real money, for real money.
Yeah, that kind of shit. Somewhere along the lines of 2009, going into 10 or something, if I ain't mistaken, somewhere around that. And I might have had a 2 year or so run with them. Shouts out to those guys, Tech Nine, Travis O'Quinn, and more importantly, Dave Weiner.
Okay.
See, Dave Weiner was from Priority. He was exec. I forgot what his level of being exec was at the time at Priority. But that was the first guy to walk me off a plane in California. And, you know, on P. Muscle, but he came, got us from the airport and introduced us to Priority Records and so on and so forth. So Dave stayed my guy over time, you know, in and out the breaks and that type of shit. So in 2009, I was living in Dallas. No, I want to say I left here. Something like that. I don't want to get that confused. But anyway, I remember either coming here and staying here for a while. Might have stayed with Money Water. Shouts out to Money Water.
Shout out to Money Water. I seen him last night. I met him last night, man.
True brother, day 181.
Yeah.
We don't stay one, but I come here and stayed at Money House for probably a month or some shit like that. And we left here to do an album in Kansas City. Shouts out to Chauncey Clyde in Kansas City, Missouri. Me, him, and Money started doing work. I got a project that's actually on the internet called Three Headed Monster. Louisiana, Texas, and Kansas, and then Missouri. So we went up to Kansas, me and Money. Paul did that record. And so while he kind of, you know, was doing whatever on the streets, letting people hear it, he affiliated with Strange and shouts out Rich the Factor, all those guys in that Kansas City section, Midwest. And happened to run across Dave Weiner. Dave Weiner now at this time is the vice president of Strange Music. So him listening to that record, Dave like, damn, you know, that's Bleed, from what he explained to me. And you know Bleed, yeah, it's my guy. Ooh, man, call Bleed. You know, and Dave was like, man, what you got going on? What's happening? I used to always tell Dave was so cool with me, and still to this day, I said, man, I wish you was a CEO somewhere. I'll hurry up and sign, because he gave me the utmost when I come from Priority. And was a lesson when you're talking Brian Turner and those guys that was at the top of it. But he was my go-to guy for anything I needed. Dave made sure that took place as he could, but he can only go so far not being the head. So now he in the vice president situation. That's Strange. I had never met Tech and Travis and those guys till later. And he kind of offered me a situation to see if he could work me in for a record deal, let's try some shit and see what work out. So that's the whole connection to Strange. And we ended up doing an album called Preserve, a book, shouts out to Soren Baker on the West Coast, man, called The Making of Preserve. Only time my first and only book I did, but it's based on those 18 songs of the Preserved album.
Okay.
So we all came to terms from there, you know, and the evolution to Strange began.
Beautiful, man. This shit beautiful. Man, one song off one. I want to say it was his third album. Bounce Mob Skate.
Sucking out my own.
I thought so.
My own.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Rotating regular.
My music, man. Yeah.
Say, man. I'm fucked up really right now on the cool. I'm trying to keep my shit together. I'm fucked up right now, man. I'm fucked up right now. Y'all don't understand. Golly, man. What was the inspiration behind that record, man? Bounce Mob Skate. Y'all go check it out. Bounce Mob Skate off the Young Bleed album, solo album, my own. His second studio produced album, my own.
Yes,
Bounce
sir.
Mob Skate. K. Trey told you first.
Yes, sir. Keeping up with that whole mob essence, you know.
Yes.
Time.
I appreciate that more than you know, honestly.
Look, as far as the mob clique, Time
Yeah.
always been a Lieutenant Lee Time.
Okay.
When we formed the Corleone family, Paul the underboss.
Okay.
They all call me the Don. So keeping up with that mob energy since Offer You Can't Refuse and that kind of mobbish sound and Italian strings and so on, we wanted to continue that trait going into my own. So that was one of the mob-based songs. And that just happened to be the title. It just kind of fell
It made sense. In
my rhythmic sense, you know, that you know became the hook, and we all just morphed and just kept up with the ties like that. Yeah, basically. But yeah, another one of the mob Corleone classic.
Where did that approach to the game come from? That mob mentality, like where did that come from for you? Like watch movies coming up, like which movies, if it was movies or wherever it came from.
Both ways. Family ties, born in and unsworn in it, you know, and learning that, you know, the existence of the mob and all your surroundings. See, we from it, this the thing. This our connection in that sense, you know, subconsciously. We from the house of Carlos Marcellos, who's considered the person that killed John F. Kennedy in Dallas, Texas. So New Orleans to Dallas, you see what I'm saying? We babies of this shit. You see what I'm saying? Barry Seal from the CIA was killed on Allen Highway in Baton Rouge, Columbia Cartel. So all that's around you. And I got things I won't mention on the personal family thing.
Okay.
That we knew that was, connected to our family, depending on who you're born with. True life. When I was a kid, I was born. I was so all but snow white color. We lived next door to my great grandmother, Mama Goldie, and then my mother lived. We had 4 shotgun houses. And it was a fence, but on that side of the fence was what I thought was just the typical white lady, Miss Mary. If she's still alive. Yeah, but if not, rest in peace, Miss Mary. It was real cool, my grandmother, family, and all that in the community. And she had to connect to the movies of Burt Reynolds or something. My mother could tell the story better, but I had an uncle that was in like Mandingo and the Miseducation of Giant Pittman. He played a slave. So that kind of movie connection was there. So Miss Mary, where I get it approached, my grandmother, my mother, to ask could my mother breastfeed me in a slave movie. I want to say that might have been even Mandingo or something.
Okay.
Me looking kind of like a white kid at the time, I don't know if that was the acceptance or whatever. But that was the approach, my dad had been the true black man he is, was she.
My motherfucking son,
But
I'm my woman.
She had a connection with Burt Reynolds or some kind of way that is. I don't want to confuse it. So I always wanted to meet Burt Reynolds, rest in peace, based on that type of thing.
Okay.
But me thinking was typical white lady. The corner store was Caruso's, McKinley Street. Typical white people, those Italians in our neighborhood, the whole while. So when you look at the history of them,
they wasn't white,
Italy to Easter Island, when they came to New York, they came to New Orleans too. Mob around the whole country. So when I started studying life history and the multiculture, you see I got the LSU Tiger shirt now. South Baton Rouge is between LSU and our downtown. So imagine that diversity. Everybody's it's apartments and students from all over the country, from Africa to Asia. So we grew like that. White kids, white family had the shotgun houses, dirt in the alleyway with us too, chickens in the yard, that kind of shit. But speaking those Italian terms, I studied all races of people, whatever knowledge I could, succumb to. But I got into that, that kind of mob history, and what I respected about it was the structure, the order of the mob. You know what I mean? Just
without order is chaos.
Yeah. Without order is chaos. So of course, the world-renowned movies I studied, and as well as Louisiana and Texas. My album is called My Balls and My Word, but I really wasn't trying to call it that. I was trying to take the whole Corleone approach, because Scarface, like you said, I already had that.
Yeah.
And shouts out to Big Bro, man, face know each other in life.
And that
type of thing. So,
was his My Balls and My Word out already?
No, but he had a song on the Ghetto Boys record. They didn't even rap on it. He was just an instrumental. Yeah, I'm a ghetto boy.
Me too.
And following our Southern lineage for its hope.
Yeah.
Rap a lot was NWA of the South.
Yeah.
So we coming from Louisiana, you either went to Rap a Lot or you went to Luke Skywalker, Bust Down, shots out to Bust Down.
Yeah.
So for the first guys to come out, other than independently putting records in, you had the Ninja Crew, which was originally Gregory D, rest in peace, Sporty T, and Manny Fresh.
Manny Fresh, yeah.
Yeah, so that thing. So we right down the street, watching New Orleans being the biggest city. You see what I'm saying? Multiculture. So we saying, where this go? How can we make it out of Louisiana? So, but back to mob time.
Man, Young Bleed, man, y'all crazy. I got me fucked up. I got me fucked up.
But in that mob, it's kind of where I always looked at that structure. And then I learned that it's pretty much every structure, president, vice president, if you work at McDonald's, manager, assistant manager, you see what I'm saying? I learned that audit on into army things and different things like that.
Yeah.
So, but being more family based, you see what I'm saying? Keeping it in the family shit, you know what I mean? That type of thing was my interest in it.
Okay.
So, my pops used to try to make me watch The Godfather. I was so young at the time, man, that shit is boring.
Yeah, I would go
Watch all
outside,
that
man,
shit.
do something else. Yeah.
But what I took was that whole family conception of how they did things. Just start off, we want to, as soon as the movie come on, motherfucker blowing it. No, look at what led to this. You see what I'm saying? These people just, they came from here. They got, brothers got killed. Vito Daddy got killed in Italy. You know, they had to come to America and do this just for his, he really came by himself. And, and you know, his wife and kids. So I started to relate and see that's kind of like my granddaddy, World War II. You know, I'm born on June 6th, D-Day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I started just, a lot of shit just kind of came to me in that sense.
June 674.
7-4.
Okay.
Yeah, that type of thing. So, yeah, so, but you know, from that to, and like I said, with Scarface having that whole Tony Montana approach, I didn't want to duplicate. I wanted to do my own thing. So once my pops got me to sit down long enough and watch The Godfathers, that became my Young and the Restless.
I got you.
know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you.
studied
I
that
got
shit
you. I got
and
you.
related in that sense to us and what this means.
He
Being
said
the
he
head of
young
a
and the
family,
restless.
picking it
Yeah.
up when granddaddy died, how to kind of structure and help
Yeah.
get something to take care of everybody in the family.
So your dad was an instrumental in your growth. In your,
My granddad. And
Oh,
that
okay.
says my pops, you know, I had a daddy, stepdad. You see what I'm saying? My stepdaddy from the Ninth Ward in New Orleans. So it's ironic later I'll fuck with P now. You see what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you. I got you.
I always say I ain't never had no hate, you know what I mean? I'm raised by a New Orleans kid, Ninth Ward, rest in peace to Magic.
Yeah.
My granddaddy died in the Veterans Hospital in New Orleans when I was 10 years old, a year after I started rapping.
Okay.
You're long enough for me to say this what I'm gonna do one day. Next year he was out of there. Spike Lee used to say, get it, got it, I'm gone. Pick up what I'm putting down. I ain't got it for hell yeah. So that type of thing. So I took it in that sense as if granddaddy was the godfather of our section and Vito died, Michael go from there, or my pops and all, you see what I'm saying?
I got you. Okay, I see.
that
I
type
see.
of thing.
You had something, Truck? I'm gonna add something else.
What you like about Dallas so much, man? Cause you here.
Hey man, y'all wrap me up like a grizzly bear coat. When I first come here, man, I got so many stories here, man. Like you say, man, we couldn't do it all in a day. But you know the history, Truck. The night I moved here, November 4th, 2004, and I remember it exactly like that, coming from Paul Creel. We going to do a show at the Star Club. I done moved a 4-bedroom house into a 3-bedroom apartment in Carrollton.
Okay.
All living in Louisville, so you know, right by the line, we
Yeah.
about 5-7 minutes away from each other. So we on our way to do that shit, do the Star Club shit. Something happened. Shouts out to G-Rock, S.A. G-Rock. You know, and put this show together for me. I was coming back and forth doing shit with him. The night I moved in, when you finish moving, you know, shit, I ain't gotta come to the radio, do the interview, go up, finish moving, please just show up at the club this time.
Yeah.
I'm there with Grifter and all that shit, Clone and Fame and all.
Shout out to C-Pong,
C-Pong,
World
Chase
Fame,
Pack.
yeah, Chase Pack, yeah.
Small
nah, for
Soldier,
real.
man,
Small Soldier.
So at that time,
At that time, yeah, if you know, you know, you know what I'm saying? The boys over there have Black Ass Wayne.
Black Ass Wayne.
Yeah, that motherfucker make them beats, man. Say,
That's who did Block Bleeder, them boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Hey,
aliens.
Aliens.
Right. So G-Rock come to me and like he set us right by, you know how the setup was in the Star Club. You up in the sky and it's some little steel shit with the tables here and we sitting my old back, me, Pone, everybody. And G-Rock say, man, give me a few minutes and you finna go on. So we ready to do the show. Come back and say, the dude don't have your money. Oh, shit, so that stopped. We gotta go to the kitchen. That stalled us out. But Senator say this. 4, 5 in the morning, me and Paul get back to his crib. I parked at his house. So, that day, keep in mind, I'm still moving on. I put everything up in the car and forgot to check the glove department. So I got a Glock 17 in the glove department. But you know where we ride, and I had to spend a night in the hotel before we got all the way here, wife and kids. I left one in the chamber. So police say, man, you got any guns and the weapons? You know, I come out Paul parking lot, it's a dead end right there. As soon as I hit the dead end, He come out the dead end and followed me. I had a little Honda Civic, kind of platinum grayish, with the tinted windows, beanie on like you got on. You see my skin tone.
Yeah.
You know, we got Mexicans all over Louisiana now since the hurricane, and maybe a few here and there, but not like Texas. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This particular day, I want to say, was the day in California where them guys ran into the bank and had that armor suits with the AKs.
Yeah.
But in Texas, some Mexicans had did some shit down here in a gray Honda Civic. So he pulled me over. I'm like, whoop, 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 man, I'm such and such, I just come from here. Okay, well, everything is cool. We got any weapons, anything in the car. I realized I had that gun. I said, yeah, I got a gun in there, but it's legal. And he was super cool with me till he opened that glove department. He opened that motherfucker, popped the clip out of it, and I probably had 2, 3 other clips, 2 18-round clips, 2 10-round clips. He said, man, this Texas, what you looking for, World War III? We carried 13 rounds in this shit, you know, shit. So, you know, in the port, you got the right to remain silent. Oh, hold up, man, you were just super cool. But, you know, he did his job, called the backup cop to come get my car, and they took me to Denton County. That's how I met him. That's how it was the night as long as I was flying back and forth, I was cool. But the night I moved down here, I went to jail. So that led me here. And from that, I had the opportunity. Really, me and Paul had come here on the tour about a year or so prior to that. And we heard that Crook for Life with Mookie and the club, forget what club, they were saying the name of the club last night. And that turned me out with, you know, we hip to H-Town.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was coming from Dallas other than the DOC and Ron C. from back in there. I knew about that.
Shout out to OG Ron C.
Yes, indeed. Hip-hop connoisseur and that type of thing. So they was the new blood.
Yeah.
And what's out in Dallas now. And that struck me for its music.
Okay.
I went immediately to the record store the next day and wasn't thinking how y'all made records out here. You gonna have a regular version and you gonna have a screw version. I grabbed a screw version and rolled back, chop, chop, tap, tap, all the way back, rest in peace to DJ Screw for up here in Dallas. Yeah, and got hit
Shout out to
that.
DJ Screw, long live Screw, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So that type of thing put me in the underground of what was happening here. Then I grew the grifter and everybody, Money Ward. I met Money. It's other reasons I knew Money before I come out here. Met him in Mississippi, and he played some of his shit. And he sounded like a pimpish Devin the Dude, CeeLo Green, country.
Yeah, country.
Yeah, love that
country.
Money
We gotta get him on Money
Yeah,
Water,
man.
man. We gotta get Money Water.
So, person to person, Money, old man, Redbone, the producer. This a click.
Shout out. Man, rest in peace, old man.
Rest in peace, old man, bro.
Yeah.
You know, wanted to call it on the gang, man. You know, they was like my extended outlaw gang from the Corleone family.
Yeah.
Paul and Time started. Shots out to my brother Lucky Knuckles back home. That type of thing. So they was like my 3 horsemen.
Yeah.
Loaded, Money Waters, and Old Man. Was
Loaded.
Yeah.
Shout out Loaded.
Loaded, man.
Yeah.
So them
Shout out
niggas
Twin.
ride or die with me. Yeah. So I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
That's why I look the freckles and the red face.
Yeah,
That type of shit.
yeah.
That loyal, solid niggas.
Yeah.
I ain't had shit to worry about that. Everybody else I met in all the sections, if y'all ain't fuck with each other, y'all fuck with me.
Right.
And I was embraced like that.
Right.
So, like I was saying last night, I've been on the slab for 23 hours. I'm going from 7 to 9 this session. Whoop, whoop, I'm late for that. It's going to prolong it, all the way to the morning. And everybody from the dope boys to the football players and anybody that was somebody, rest in peace to long live Bishop Omar and Oak Cliff at the church. I used to be with the bishop.
Yeah.
Me and Mac G, shout out Mac G. And I lived with Mac G and his mother for a little while. My whole family shit. I had some up and down fucked up situations. And y'all kept me. You see what I'm saying? So that made my plan was to come here for 6 months and see what the temperature was. That turned in about 6-7 years or so.
I got you.
So this became my second
Home.
home.
I got you. Man. But you still here with us, and that's a blessing.
Man, I ain't going
All
nowhere,
I see
my
you,
brother.
man, now, for
I ain't
real.
going nowhere.
Check
What's
that
up?
camera right quick. Check them cameras to make sure everything is everything. Yeah, because this convo getting a little too good, dog. You know what I'm saying? To be risking shit. We done had some bad shit happen before.
Oh, man.
Like,
We
Fuck.
just did an interview in Houston a few months back with K Reno and lost the whole shit. Had to do it again the
See,
next day.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you be missing some of the best parts and shit like that, man. When
That
shit
moment.
Yeah, because you can't recreate
you
no.
can't recreate
it's
that
organic when it's organic. That's why I say, man, I don't know how long I'm here. So if I ever meet one of my greats, it's gonna be a time where I'm a fan out for a second. You know what I'm saying? Hey, God damn, baby, God damn, baby. And then we gonna get to the business. I'm still a man, you know. So I know how to, you know.
Yeah,
but
I
shit,
still
hell
do it.
yeah.
I still do it. I mean, I'm a guy like all us grew up listening to Too Short. And Too Short is real epic in my life.
Yeah.
Too Short opening up for us in Baton Rouge. And as a younger guy, you know, I'm early 20s. And we behind the Centralplex. And between here and where y'all front door a little closer, Short there with a few of his guys. I'm here with the camp and all that. And I'm looking saying, man, that's Too Short. But you know how he is because of the man shit and all that. And then, you know, you don't run up on nobody if you don't know him.
Exactly.
Protection and bodyguard. So I'm looking, I like to meet Short. So I ain't get to meet him. I saw him. I watched this show from backstage. He never knew this. We got our deal in priority, man. Paul go upstairs and we in the meeting, you know, negotiating the contract shit. And we decided to, you know, take a little break. So me and him going out to go on top of the car roof and, you know, contemplate our thoughts. We did that and decide what we was gonna do. Yeah, let's go here, sign, let's get it on. Come back downstairs, cross Sunset. Priority was in the CNN building. You know what I'm saying? You see a nigga standing on leaned up against the wall like the Project Bricks. One to warm up pants, one leg up, fresh, white tee or something, and it was Too Short. So I say, P man, that's Too Short. He is right there, but this time he by himself.
Yeah.
So, you know, I still didn't approach him. We was heading back to take care of things. We heading toward the door. So I said, what's up, OG, man? Too Short, nigga. I said some shit to him. And we ran. We went in the building. So I'm excited. Like, B, man, that's Short, nigga. It's real, nigga. And Banks upstairs.
Yeah.
See the bigger figure.
Oh, yeah.
Lynn Trump. All of us was affiliated with Priority.
Right.
From whatever angle.
Right.
Rise Cast.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So we homies
Yeah.
just running together in that building. And I'm damn nigga, he down there with Banks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Banks' deal was with Priority. So Banks used to give me beats in the beginning. Shouts out and Banks, man.
And Banks, yeah.
Yes, indeed. So we get in the elevator, bro, on some real live Hollywood movie shit. The door get all the way about this close. And you see some fingers grab that door and open it. Short, you got it right thing with that. I say, Shaw said this to me. There's a few things I can remember that I always stick out with him. I'm 22 years old, Short in his 30s or something at that time. And he say, what's up, OG? I say, shit, you the OG, nigga.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Whoop, 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 whoop. And he was super cool with me from that day to now.
Did you ever get a chance to work with him?
Yeah, we got a couple of records together. I done went to Atlanta, recorded with Short. That's what we did the records. They
That's
invited me
real,
down.
yeah.
Short just was on the Rock the Bells thing a few earlier this year.
Yep.
And Jewel Jackson, my cousin, from the radio station 94.1 in History with Us, called me and said, man, Short, talking about you the Rock the Bells shit. He had a whole Louisiana there. I didn't know. I think his mother's from New Orleans or something like that. Daddy might be from Mississippi or something. So, you know, I always hear about his southern roots. And the time it was a Bayou Classic when we was kids going down there. And you walking past the crowd, niggas say, man, nigga Too Short was just hanging right there. You hear niggas talking about Short.
Yeah.
Short been out here. So he jump in and kind of lace my tennis shoes, man. Nothing but good game. And I go in, I'm excited. So I really wanted to redo I Ain't Tripping and make it about me, CeeLo, and Master P. Tell that story. That type of shit. And indications and rhymes before, I want to say Killer Instinct. Time we was talking about this the other day when I said it must have been my homie Loke with the black ski man that kicked me down cold cash. I was deep in the cut one day. Next day I was on the gas on the punk ass.
Yeah.
But that's that Short, I Ain't Tripping. I was fucked up one day.
Yeah.
So that's for me. So I wanted to redo that. And you know, where the business win and relationships, I never really presented that to P like I wanted to. I went and told P was still in there, and I was like, man, I just met Too Short. I went and told Loke, I just met Short. I want to do this, that, and the other. And shit just ain't transpired.
Yeah.
But me and Short kept relationships over time when I could see him or whatever the case might be. Or I know some guys that's around Short. I know a lot of East Oakland cats. that embraced me the same way. Been to Oakland like once in my life, but it was a lot like home, a lot like here.
Yeah.
So I learned that around the country, Kansas City, Chicago.
They all got
Detroit.
spots that
It's
feel
spots
similar
that's
that
your family,
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
the same type
You
of
got your
people.
own tribe,
Yeah,
and your
yeah,
tribe
that-
is worldwide.
yeah,
I
that
know
part,
it.
my
I
brother.
know it.
Absolutely.
Hey man, okay. So before we wrap it up, because I know we're getting closer, and we just got a couple more. We really kind of can chill, but three things that Young Bleed would like to do before it's all said and done that you've always dreamed of. Like, what are your 3 things that you want to do in life, whatever they are?
Being a man of family and business, I want to solidify my dream ultimately, what I told my granddad. As far as owning a record company, being a little bit more successful and getting that off the ground for its foundation.
Okay.
You know, I have a son, you know, that's past 30, that's a hip-hop R&B singer, producer.
What's his name? Shout him out. Talk to
Taja
him.
Ramon, man.
Yeah,
Tatted
what the-
in my
yeah.
blood, man. Taja Ramon.
Yeah, where they can find him at Taja Ramon.
Ty G-T-Y apostrophe G-E-E R-A-M-O-N. You know, it's his first and middle name.
Okay.
And yeah, anyway, YouTube, Google him. You know, he do a lot of things. Cameraman, own a car club and a motorcycle club back home. So my son doing his thing.
Right on.
Young
Salute,
age, man. Young
young
father,
king.
man.
Yeah, young prince.
And you know, congratulations on he just had twins this year. This
Oh,
type
well,
of
he's a
thing.
king,
So,
young king.
I'm
Yeah,
a six-time granddaddy.
Yeah.
That time, you know what I mean? So that type of thing. I wanted to take family foundation. My granddaddy really laid concrete, you know, opposite of being a war veteran, so on and so forth. So when I look back at that for its foundation, I want to build that foundation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Have that, you know, I back up out the game, my kids and other kids and any artists. So it's a plethora of artists, or I want to say 20 artists around the country that represent Trapdoor Entertainment, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Which is my label, my latest label. So I want to build that to have that device for monetary gain, and then get into other things to help. You know what I mean? Shouts out to the Panthers in the Chicago version, Uncle Chairman Fred up there, man.
Okay.
I'm a baby Cub Panther under that origin. So I'm about that same structure.
Yes.
I'm a 70s baby, but 60s structure with the old heads that's above and above me.
Yes.
Yeah, so I want to solidify that. And to say second, to me, that's everything for starters, and everything kind of fall in perspective.
Oh, so no like okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know, go with what you're saying.
Like just things that you always want to do that you never done before, bro. And you like, okay, I want to do some shit I want to see or do or beat somebody I want to anything.
Right.
Like that's what I'm
It's
saying.
a lot
like,
of that. You see what
I'm saying, give me. That's what I'm saying. Give me 3. Yeah, give me 3 of those.
Man,
Yeah, you said one. That's one. The foundation structure. That because that's still one of them.
Right.
Now,
The main
but
thing.
open them. I'm saying open that door.
Ultimately, it was a lot more than I thought as a kid, you know, as I got older and as a man, and the way the world is now. Of course, I wanted to go to Egypt, play Loch Ness, but now
too.
I flew for 25 years, but now I got my phobia about flight. But now where the world is, it's so rambunctious and COVID and all this kind of shit. So a lot of my shit have been blemished, so it's now I'm more simple. I'm cool back home in Louisiana. I go fishing with my moms and brothers and all that kind of shit.
Okay.
That type of thing. So more of a naturalist. I accept what come unto thee. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that, of course, I want to see and do in my life, but just to keep the blood and the foundation going. You know what I mean? It's the main thing.
Yeah.
And from there, like I say, when I think of that, it's like, you know, I still want to meet Rakim. You know what I'm
Boom,
saying?
that's 2.
Being my favorite rapper of all time, just to complete some of the things that
Yeah,
that was kind
man.
of like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Signaling.
Yeah.
Anything, like I said, being a fan
Speak
to the
it out.
game.
Speak it, like, you know what I'm
so
saying?
we'll put all that. It's a lot of rappers in that sense that's still here, and a lot that I was able to meet before they left here. Rest in peace, Kango Kid, Biz Markie, guys you done looked up, and by the time you meet them, Pimp C, hey, you know, here for a second, and one day you here, one day you gone.
Yeah.
So that part is a lot of people I still like to work with. Shouts out to the legendary Kid Frost. I'm doing a record with Swisher House, and Lit Young, you know, the Young and Rich family out there in Houston right now. Shouts out ESG, Lit Kiki. These guys just participated on the record on Kuda Bang on Thyra from out here. Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? We've been homies for years. So, but mentioning Kid Frost, you know what I mean? Despite the age and all that, if I could do a record with Curtis Blow, Busy B, I like that type of thing.
Okay,
so I'm all
that's
the way
what I'm saying.
far back as to the beginning we can get it. I want to keep the unity in that community. Yeah, so that's my contributions to the game. And just be able to, I guess, lay back and just, you know what I mean, watch life evolve to, you know, the time, I lead this place in that sense of the word.
I got
life
you.
dream.
That's.
Oh, and big shout out to ESG, man. I want to say, man, I know you you just went through a tragic accident, man, and you lost your leg, you know. But I just seen a video where you was still doing your thing, sitting in that wheelchair on video.
Oh man.
So you know what I'm saying? Hey, keep doing your shit, brother.
Yes,
Stay
indeed.
strong.
Yeah, big dog. Y'all look out for his new album coming out too, called Still Gangster, produced by Lil Young.
For sure.
H-Town to the D-Town, back to the B-Town, man.
Nah, straight up.
Yes,
just like that, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I know. I'm glad you took this pocket of time to come fuck with some.
I appreciate y'all
on a
having
real
us,
dirty
bro.
diaper level, man, with
Yes,
us,
sir.
man, because the world full of shit.
Right, absolutely.
Anytime, you more than welcome. You know, you family to iPod. So
Yes, sir.
if you have any kind of upcoming artists you want to pitch the way and help with kind of whatever we can do to
Right.
assist with the journey, man, we're gonna keep this shit in rotation.
Yes, sir. Teamwork make the
It
dream
make the dream
man.
work, man.
Yeah.
And you more than welcome. Come back, truck. You had anything,
I appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Truck, you know.
You already know
Shit,
what
from
it
the
is.
gate, big baby.
Yeah.
And you know,
It's a
shit.
pleasure, man.
Now you know.
Nah,
I say
straight
you fuck
up.
with me, you stuck with me. Let's keep it in the family.
Yeah.
man.
And
On
with that,
God,
I say
God
now, for
family,
real.
man.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Say, y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. You never know who will be through
Never know.
to sit on and shit on with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dirty Diaper Podcast, what the world.
It's full of shit.
Yeah, we'll check back in, man. Peace.
Hey. Yeah, man. Yeah, cool one, man. Y'all like y'all chemistry too.